It's only as hard as your mind makes it up to be. Believe me, you can do anything. Welcome to Wandering the Wild Mess with Heather Morgan. I am so happy you're here. Welcome. There has been so much going on that I want to share with y'all, and I'm so excited that you're here and you're listening. But I have to take a little twist and turn because I'm really leaning into what's on my heart. And lately, it's you. You meaning you here listening and potentially having a hard day or needing to know how important you are. I have been doing a lot of self-discovery, as I mentioned, and really leaning into our purpose in life, or at least my own. And I really feel like this message resonates with me so much that I just have to keep the positivity. I know I was struggling a little in the last episode, and I'm just in a different place, and it's just crazy to document so frequently, the things going on in my life. But I want to dedicate this episode to you, my listeners, the people that I hope to inspire to go out into the world and be the best version of themselves. To know that they're loved, to know that you matter, to know that you're important, to know that you exist here for a reason. And this world absolutely needs your brightness, you, the unique person that you are that no one else can be. I think through life, one thing that's been constant, of course, is change. But how we manage change can evolve. Change is always constant, right? But when we learn how to roll with change with a different perspective, it becomes easier to manage our emotions around change and the habits that we create. And really, our minds can be such a prison sometimes when we can't get out of them. And they can give us so many spiraling thoughts that really don't serve us, that make life seem harder than it is because we're focusing on it being hard. We're focusing on why it isn't easy. We're comparing to say that someone else's life seemingly is easier than ours based on information we don't really know. It's just a perception and a judgment. And when we do that, we're really creating this comparison that isn't even accurate, but somehow it validates our emotions and feelings to say, yeah, I should be sad, or I should be angry, or I should be frustrated. And I'm here to tell you, I understand why that feels easy in the moment to do, but it doesn't serve you. You being here is so purposeful. And although when we get in dark places and it feels like Groundhog Day, I understand that. It can be hard to see why we're doing all this. But I can tell you, I know that every person here has some greater purpose. And it's so important to find ways to be excited about life. It's just, we're supposed to be happy. There's not a person on this planet that was brought here for sadness only. I can guarantee you that. And I know it can be hard to get out of that funk when you're in it because it's comfortable. You're in this poor me. It's just a mindset. You're coping with unhealthy things. But I want to say, if you've been thinking about changing some habits, reaching out to that person, asking for help, do it. Do it. Find someone you can connect with. Reach out to me, whatever it is. Everyone has such a great purpose in life. And when we get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, sometimes we quickly forget that it's purposeful and that it's not just to check a lot of boxes and keep up with the Joneses and do the rat race. There's absolutely more to life than that. You just have to go out there and discover what that is for you. And you have to love yourself enough to want to. And I know loving ourselves can seem uncomfortable. Like we're like, yeah, of course I like myself. But sometimes we have to get to know ourselves enough to know what we like and what we want to change. And that self reflection can be so overwhelming sometimes. So I'll tell you a little bit about my self reflection smacking me in the face as I was speaking to someone that is helping me on this journey. And we were pointing out the number of times that I doubt myself, that I say, I don't know, or it's hard. And when you kind of see how frequently you speak in ways don't that don't really serve you, it tells you more. You may think, "Oh, I'm good. I'm this, I'm that." But when you're actually being observed by someone that's understanding how you speak and how you speak about yourself and about your life, you start realizing that maybe I'm not as healed as I thought. And that's hard because self-reflection's hard. It's easier to deflect and distract, but we owe it to our beautiful selves to do the opposite, to look within and to do the things that we want to do and to trust that we can do literally anything we want to do. I feel as if so much of my mind has transformed and so many things have came into my life that I try to understand, but I don't. And I think that's okay. I think that's okay. I just really feel called to let you know that you belong here, that you're important to this world, that you're important to the people in your lives that you may not even know how much you mean to them, and that you should stay here and figure it out with the rest of us. Stay here and give yourself a fighting chance at figuring it out, at finding the things that you want to find from life, at enjoying the moments and being present in right now, this moment, of thinking about why you're here and all the people that care. It's so easy for us to think about the things that have gone wrong or to worry about the things that could be. But if we could just shift our focus on all of the great things that we have, it's just such a different headspace to be in. So, my challenge to you, my lovely, lovely, amazing listeners, the best people on the planet, is that I want you to just understand how valuable you are. Everything is just such a waterfall effect. And having people in your life that are showing up for themselves is just such a gift. I think here's a line that, it's Young Pueblo, and I love this. But it says, every time someone loves themselves better, builds their self-awareness, understands their patterns, improves their ability to communicate, and expands their compassion for others, the future of humanity grows brighter. Your healing impacts the world. by bringing a new peace. Let's not just think that's like cliche and like a woo woo and all. Really, you showing up for yourself adds so much to the world, and you're so deserving of showing up for yourself. Everything will work out for you always, but especially when you lean into being authentically who you are and loving yourself for being just that. Knowing that you know and have faith that it will work out. Knowing that people aren't intentionally on this earth to hurt you. People come and go. Life changes. That's part of the journey that we're on. And when something's taken from our life that we didn't want, we weren't ready to give up, unfortunately, then we just have to learn to adapt without it. But it's not the end of the world. It doesn't define who we are. A detachment to things is a way for us to get stronger, to understand that some things are here today and gone tomorrow. And that's okay. We just have to keep showing up for ourselves, regardless of everything external around us. We're here to be here for us. And it's not selfish, because when we learn to love ourselves, we show up as a better human in humanity, and it's a trickle down effect. You're a better partner, you're a better friend, you're better at relationships, you're a better parent, you're a better everything. There is so much dividends paid to you when you self-reflect, work on yourself, and show up for yourself, whatever that looks like for you. So this really is just a reminder when you need it, on days you need it, to listen. So I'm keeping it short. I want you to know that you matter. You're here for a reason. You're important to this world. And I want you to stay. I want you to stay. I want you to find the things that make you happy and let go of the things that don't. Even if you wanted to do like a list, what makes me happy and what makes me sad? Two sides. And if you're doing more of the things that make you sad, and be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Not the thing in the moment, right? In the moment, it may feel good. That's the ego saying, do something in this moment that makes me feel good. But the stuff that makes the long-term investment, like the real feel-good stuff for later, the stuff with the slow burn, write that list and do more of the things that make you happy and your future self happy. You deserve it. This was Wandering the Wild Mess with Heather Morgan. You matter.